Hello, my friend. I'm really happy you're here today. Before we begin, I want to ask you a simple question. How many English sentences do you already know, but still do not use in real life? Really, take a moment and think about it. Maybe you know many words. Maybe you understand many grammar rules. Maybe you have watched many English lessons, repeated many phrases, saved many videos, and told yourself, one day, I will speak English naturally. But when it is time to speak in a real situation, maybe your mind becomes quiet. Maybe you know the idea, but you do not know the sentence. Maybe you want to sound smart, polite, natural, and confident, but the words that come out feel too simple, too slow, or too basic. Maybe you can say, I am fine. Maybe you can say, I don't know. Maybe you can say, I like it. And these sentences are useful, of course. But sometimes in daily life, you need stronger sentences. You need smarter sentences. You need sentences that help you explain your thoughts, respond politely, agree naturally, disagree gently, ask for help, give your opinion, start a conversation, continue a conversation, and sound more confident without using very difficult English. This is exactly what we are going to practice today. My name is Jack Ma, and in today's lesson, I want to help you learn 100 smart sentences for daily use in English. These are not strange sentences. These are not sentences only for exams. These are real sentences that you can use in your daily life, in conversations, at work, with friends, while shopping, while asking questions, while giving opinions, and while talking about your feelings, plans, problems, and decisions. And the best part is this: you do not need advanced English to sound better. Sometimes, one natural sentence can make your English sound much more fluent. Maybe you are waiting until you learn more grammar. Maybe you are waiting until you memorize more vocabulary. Maybe you are waiting until you feel less shy. Maybe you are waiting until someone gives you a perfect chance to speak English. But my friend, here is the truth. Speaking becomes easier when you train useful sentences again and again. You do not need to create every sentence from zero. You can learn smart sentence patterns, practice them with your mouth, and then use them in real moments. When a sentence becomes familiar, your brain does not need to work so hard. Your mouth starts moving faster. Your confidence becomes stronger. So today, I do not want you to only listen. I want you to practice with me. When I give you a sentence, listen carefully. Notice the meaning. Notice how the sentence feels. Then repeat it slowly. After that, try to imagine one real situation where you can use it. This is how sentences become part of your speaking. Not by reading them once, not by saving them for later, but by using them, repeating them, and connecting them to your real life. Let's begin with smart sentences you can use when you want to talk about your thoughts and opinions. These sentences are very important because many learners can answer simple questions, but they struggle when someone asks, "What do you think?" or "What is your opinion?" In that moment, you do not always need a long answer. You just need a clear, natural sentence that gives you time and helps you sound confident. The first smart sentence is, in my opinion, this is a good idea. Repeat it slowly. In my opinion, this is a good idea. This sentence is simple, but it sounds more complete than just saying, good idea. You can use it at work, in a meeting, with friends, or even in a family discussion. For example, if someone says, should we start early tomorrow? You can say, in my opinion, this is a good idea. Now practice with your own idea. Say, in my opinion, this is a good idea because it will save time. Again, in my opinion, this is a good idea because it will save time. The second sentence is, I see what you mean. This is a very smart sentence for conversations because it shows that you understand the other person. You do not have to agree completely. You are only saying, I understand your point. For example, If your friend says, I think we should wait before making a decision, you can say, I see what you mean. This sentence makes you sound calm and respectful. Repeat after me. I see what you mean. Again, I see what you mean. Now say it in a full response. I see what you mean, but I think we should also look at the other option. The third sentence is, that makes sense. This is one of the most useful daily English sentences. You can use it when someone explains something and you understand it. For example, someone says, I left early because the traffic was terrible. You can say, that makes sense. It sounds natural, friendly, and fluent. Repeat after me. That makes sense. Again, that makes sense. Now practice this short conversation. Someone says, I didn't call you because my phone battery died. You say, that makes sense. Good. This sentence is small, but it is powerful. The fourth sentence is, I'm not sure about that. This sentence helps you disagree gently. Many learners are afraid to disagree in English because they do not want to sound rude. But this sentence is polite and soft. For example, if someone says, this plan will definitely work, and you have doubts, you can say, I'm not sure about that. You are not attacking the person. You are simply expressing uncertainty. Repeat after me. I'm not sure about that. Again, I'm not sure about that. Now make it longer. I'm not sure about that, but we can try. The fifth sentence is, let me think about it. This sentence is very useful when you need time. You do not have to answer immediately. In real conversations, smart speakers often give themselves time to think. If someone asks, can you help me tomorrow? And you are not sure, you can say, let me think about it. If someone asks, do you want to join us? You can say, let me think about it. Repeat after me. Let me think about it. Again, let me think about it. Now say it naturally. Let me think about it, and I'll tell you later. The sixth sentence is, I agree with you to some extent. This is a smart sentence because it means you agree partly, but not completely. It helps you sound thoughtful. For example, if someone says, studying grammar is the only way to improve English, you may say, I agree with you to some extent, but speaking practice is also important. This sentence is useful in discussions because it creates balance. Repeat after me. I agree with you to some extent. Again, I agree with you to some extent, but I have a different point of view. The seventh sentence is, that's a good point. This sentence shows respect. When someone says something useful, you can say, that's a good point. It makes the conversation warm and positive. For example, your friend says, we should check the price before we decide. You can say, that's a good point. Repeat after me. That's a good point. Again, that's a good point. Now say it with a follow-up. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. The eighth sentence is, I hadn't thought of it that way. This is a very natural and smart sentence. It means the other person has given you a new way to think about something. For example, someone explains a problem from a different side, and you realize their point is interesting. You can say, I hadn't thought of it that way. Repeat after me. I hadn't thought of it that way. Again, I hadn't thought of it that way. This sentence is especially good when you want to sound open-minded and mature in English. The ninth sentence is, I understand your concern. This sentence is very helpful when someone is worried, upset, or careful about something. For example, if your coworker says, I'm worried this project will take too long, you can say, I understand your concern. This sounds polite, professional, and kind. Repeat after me. I understand your concern. Again, I understand your concern, and we'll try to find a solution. Notice how this sentence can make the other person feel heard. The 10th sentence is, from my point of view, we should keep it simple. This sentence helps you share an opinion clearly. You can change the ending based on your situation. From my point of view, we should wait. From my point of view, we should try again. From my point of view, this is the best option. Repeat after me. From my point of view, we should keep it simple. Again, from my point of view, we should keep it simple. Now try your own version. Start with, from my point of view, and complete the sentence with your own idea. Now let's pause for a short practice. I will give you a simple situation, and you try to answer using one of these smart sentences. Imagine your friend says, I think we should leave early because the road may be busy. You can answer, that makes sense. Say it now. That makes sense. Imagine someone explains an idea, but you do not fully agree. You can say, I'm not sure about that. Say it now. I'm not sure about that. Imagine someone asks for your opinion. You can say, in my opinion, this is a good idea. Say it now. In my opinion, this is a good idea. Good. You have already practiced 10 smart sentences. But remember, the goal is not just to know them. The goal is to make them automatic. When you hear an idea, your mouth should be ready to say, that makes sense. When you need time, your mouth should be ready to say, let me think about it. When you want to disagree softly, your mouth should be ready to say, I'm not sure about that. This is how English becomes easier in real life. You collect useful sentences, you repeat them, and slowly they become part of your natural speaking. Now, let's move to smart sentences for asking questions and keeping conversations going. Many learners can answer questions, but they do not ask enough questions. And because they do not ask questions, the conversation becomes short. A smart English speaker knows how to continue a conversation with simple, natural questions. You do not need complicated words. You just need sentences that invite the other person to speak more. The 11th sentence is, could you explain that a little more? This is a polite sentence you can use when you do not fully understand something. Instead of saying only, what? Or, I don't understand, you can say, could you explain that a little more? It sounds respectful and clear. Could you explain that a little more? Again, could you explain that a little more? You can use this at work, in class, during online conversations, or anytime someone says something unclear. The 12th sentence is, what do you mean by that? This sentence is useful when you understand the words, but you do not understand the exact meaning. For example, someone says, this plan is risky. You can ask, what do you mean by that? Repeat after me. What do you mean by that? Again, what do you mean by that? Say it gently, not aggressively. Your voice should sound curious, not angry. The 13th sentence is, can you give me an example? This is one of the smartest questions you can ask when learning, working, or talking about ideas. Examples make everything clearer. If someone says, you need to speak more naturally, you can ask, can you give me an example? Repeat after me. Can you give me an example? Again, can you give me an example? This sentence helps you learn faster because it turns general advice into something practical. The 14th sentence is, how did you handle that? This is a very natural conversation sentence. You can use it when someone tells you about a problem or experience. For example, your friend says, I had a difficult meeting yesterday. You can ask, how did you handle that? This shows interest and keeps the conversation moving. Repeat after me. How did you handle that? Again, how did you handle that? The 15th sentence is, what would you do in my situation? This sentence is useful when you want advice. It sounds more natural than saying, give me advice. For example, if you have a problem at work, with your studies, or with a decision, you can ask, what would you do in my situation? Repeat after me. What would you do in my situation? Again, what would you do in my situation? This sentence can help you start deeper conversations in English. Now let's practice these 5 question sentences together. Repeat slowly. Could you explain that a little more? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by this? Can you give me an example? How did you handle that? What would you do in my situation? Good. Now imagine someone says something confusing. You ask, could you explain that a little more? Imagine someone gives you advice, but you need a real example. You ask, can you give me an example? Imagine your friend had a problem, and you want to show interest. You ask, how did you handle that? These question sentences are important because English fluency is not only about giving answers, it is also about keeping the conversation alive. When you ask smart questions, you do not need to speak for a long time. You make the other person speak, and you give yourself more time to think. This is a powerful skill, so do not only memorize answers, memorize good questions too. A good question can save a conversation. A good question can make you sound more fluent, more confident, and more connected. Now let's begin with the first group of smart sentences you can use in daily English. These sentences will help you sound more natural when you share your thoughts, answer someone, ask for time, or continue a conversation. Do not only listen to them quietly, try to repeat them with your mouth, because your mouth needs training just like your mind. When you repeat a sentence many times, it becomes easier to use in real life. So listen carefully, repeat slowly, and imagine yourself using each sentence in a normal daily situation. The first smart sentence is, that makes sense. This sentence is short, but it is very powerful. You can use it when someone explains something and you understand the reason. For example, if your friend says, I came late because the traffic was terrible, you can say, that makes sense. It sounds more natural than just saying, okay, repeat after me. That makes sense. Again, that makes sense. Now use it in a full answer. That makes sense. I understand why you were late. The second smart sentence is, I see what you mean. This sentence is useful when you understand someone's point. You may agree, or you may not fully agree, but you understand their meaning. For example, someone says, I think we should wait before making a decision. You can say, I see what you mean. Repeat it slowly. I see what you mean. Again, I see what you mean. Now say, I see what you mean, but I think we should also look at another option. The third smart sentence is, let me think about it. This sentence is very useful when someone asks you a question and you do not want to answer too quickly. In real life, you do not always need to respond immediately. If someone asks, can you help me tomorrow? And you are not sure, you can say, let me think about it. Repeat after me. Let me think about it. Again, let me think about it. Now practice this full sentence. Let me think about it, and I'll tell you later. The fourth smart sentence is, I'm not sure about that. This sentence helps you disagree softly. Many English learners feel nervous when they want to disagree because they do not want to sound rude. But this sentence is polite and calm. For example, if someone says, this plan will definitely work, and you have doubts, you can say, I'm not sure about that. Repeat after me. I'm not sure about that. Again, I'm not sure about that. Now say, I'm not sure about that, but we can try. The fifth smart sentence is, that's a good point. This is a friendly sentence that shows respect. When someone says something useful or important, you can say, that's a good point. For example, your friend says, we should check the price before we decide. You can answer, that's a good point. Repeat slowly, that's a good point. Again, that's a good point. Now say, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. The sixth smart sentence is, I hadn't thought of it that way. This sentence sounds natural and thoughtful. It means the other person helped you see something from a new side. For example, someone explains why a problem happened, and suddenly you understand it differently. You can say, I hadn't thought of it that way. Repeat after me. I hadn't thought of it that way. Again, I hadn't thought of it that way. This sentence can make your English sound mature and open-minded. The seventh smart sentence is, I understand your concern. This sentence is very useful when someone is worried. You can use it with friends, family, customers, classmates, or coworkers. For example, if someone says, I'm worried this will take too much time, you can say, I understand your concern. Repeat after me. I understand your concern. Again, I understand your concern. Now make it longer. I understand your concern. And we'll try to find a better solution. The eighth smart sentence is, from my point of view, this is the best option. This sentence helps you give your opinion clearly. It sounds smarter than just saying, I think this is good. You can change the ending according to your situation. You can say, from my point of view, we should wait. You can say, from my point of view, this is not the right time. Repeat after me. From my point of view, this is the best option. Again, from my point of view, this is the best option. The ninth smart sentence is, in my opinion, we should keep it simple. This is another useful way to share an opinion. Many learners use only I think, and that is okay, but sometimes you need variety. In my opinion sounds clear and confident. For example, if people are making a plan too complicated, you can say, in my opinion, we should keep it simple. Repeat after me. In my opinion, we should keep it simple. Again, in my opinion, we should keep it simple. The 10th smart sentence is, I agree with you to some extent. This means you agree partly, but not completely. It is very useful in serious conversations. For example, if someone says, watching English videos is enough to become fluent, you can say, I agree with you to some extent, but speaking practice is also important. Repeat after me. I agree with you to some extent. Again, I agree with you to some extent, but I have a different point of view. Now let's practice these first 10 sentences together in a natural way. Imagine someone explains why they missed your call. You say, that makes sense. Imagine someone shares an idea and you understand their meaning. You say, I see what you mean. Imagine someone asks you for an answer, but you need time. You say, let me think about it. Imagine someone gives a plan, but you have doubts. You say, I'm not sure about that. Imagine someone says something useful. You say, that's a good point. Practice them again slowly. That makes sense. I see what you mean. Let me think about it. I'm not sure about that. That's a good point. Now let's continue with smart sentences for asking questions. Good English speakers do not only give answers, they also ask good questions. A smart question can keep a conversation alive. It can help you understand better. It can also give you more time to think before you speak. The 11th smart sentence is, could you explain that a little more? This sentence is polite and useful when something is not clear. Instead of saying only, what? You can say, could you explain that a little more? Repeat after me. Could you explain that a little more? Again, could you explain that a little more? The 12th smart sentence is, what do you mean by that? This question is useful when you understand the words, but you do not understand the exact meaning. For example, someone says, this decision may be risky. You can ask, what do you mean by that? Repeat after me. What do you mean by that? Again, what do you mean by that? Remember, your voice should sound curious, not angry. Say it gently and calmly. The 13th smart sentence is, can you give me an example? This is one of the best questions for learning and daily communication. If someone gives you advice, but you do not understand how to use it, ask for an example. Someone says, you should speak more naturally. You can ask, can you give me an example? Repeat after me. Can you give me an example? Again, can you give me an example? The 14th smart sentence is, how did you handle that? This sentence is very useful when someone tells you about a difficult situation. For example, your friend says, I had a difficult conversation with my manager yesterday. You can ask, how did you handle that? This shows interest and helps the other person continue speaking. Repeat after me. How did you handle that? Again, how did you handle that? The 15th smart sentence is, what would you do in my situation? This is a natural way to ask for advice. It sounds better than saying, give me advice. For example, if you have a problem and you want someone's opinion, you can ask, what would you do in my situation? Repeat after me. What would you do in my situation? Again, what would you do in my situation? Now say it in a full sentence. I'm not sure what to do. What would you do in my situation? Now let's practice these question sentences together. Repeat slowly. Could you explain that a little more? What do you mean by that? Can you give me an example? How did you handle that? What would you do in my situation? Good. These sentences are very important because they help you speak even when you do not know a lot of words. You can keep the conversation going by asking one clear question. The 16th smart sentence is, I'll get back to you on that. This sentence is useful when you do not have an answer right now. It sounds professional and calm. For example, if someone asks you for information and you need to check first, you can say, I'll get back to you on that. Repeat after me. I'll get back to you on that. Again, I'll get back to you on that. This is much better than staying silent or giving a wrong answer. The 17th smart sentence is, I really appreciate your help. This is a polite and warm sentence. You can use it when someone helps you, explains something, or supports you. Instead of only saying, thanks, you can say, I really appreciate your help. Repeat after me. I really appreciate your help. Again, I really appreciate your help. This sentence makes your English sound more respectful and natural. The 18th smart sentence is, I didn't mean it that way. This sentence is useful when someone misunderstands you. Sometimes you say something, and the other person thinks you were rude or negative. You can calmly say, I didn't mean it that way. Repeat after me. I didn't mean it that way. Again, I didn't mean it that way. Now, say I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. The 19th smart sentence is, let's look at it another way. This sentence is useful when you want to change the way people are thinking about a problem. For example, if everyone is worried, you can say, let's look at it another way. Repeat after me. Let's look at it another way. Again, let's look at it another way. This sentence sounds calm, smart, and solution-focused. The 20th smart sentence is, I'm glad you brought that up. This sentence is very useful in conversation. It means the other person mentions something's important. For example, if someone talks about a problem that you also wanted to discuss, you can say, I'm glad you brought that up. Repeat after me. I'm glad you brought that up. Again, I'm glad you brought that up. This sentence helps you enter a conversation naturally. Now let's review the last 5 sentences. Repeat after me. I'll get back to you on that. I really appreciate your help. I didn't mean it that way. Let's look at it another way. I'm glad you brought that up. Good. These sentences are not difficult, but they can make your English sound much more natural in daily life. The real secret is not only learning the sentence. The real secret is repeating it until it feels normal in your mouth. So after this lesson, choose 5 sentences from today and say them again. Say them while walking. Say them before sleeping. Say them while looking in the mirror. The more you repeat smart sentences, the more easily they will come out when you need them. Now let's continue with more smart sentences that you can use in normal daily conversations. Remember, the goal is not to sound difficult. The goal is to sound clear, natural, polite, and confident. Smart English is not always long English. Sometimes smart English means choosing the right sentence at the right moment. So, as you listen, repeat each sentence slowly and imagine where you can use it in your own life. The 21st smart sentence is, I'm working on it. This sentence is very useful when someone asks you about something that is not finished yet. Maybe someone asks, have you completed the report? You can say, I'm working on it. Maybe someone asks, are you improving your English? You can say, I'm working on it. Repeat after me. I'm working on it. Again, I'm working on it. Now say it in a full sentence. I'm working on it, and I'm trying to improve every day. The 22nd smart sentence is, I'll do my best. This sentence is simple, positive, and useful. You can use it when someone gives you a task, asks for help, or expects effort from you. For example, if someone says, can you finish this today? You can say, I'll do my best. Repeat after me. I'll do my best. Again, I'll do my best. This sentence shows that you are responsible, even if you cannot promise a perfect result. The 23rd smart sentence is, I'll keep that in mind. This means you will remember someone's advice, warning, or suggestion. For example, if someone says, be careful when you speak to the manager, you can say, I'll keep that in mind. Repeat after me. I'll keep that in mind. Again, I'll keep that in mind. Now practice it with gratitude. Thanks for the advice. I'll keep that in mind. The 24th smart sentence is, that sounds like a plan. This sentence is useful when you agree with someone's suggestion. For example, your friend says, let's meet at 6 and then go for dinner. You can say, that sounds like a plan. Repeat after me. That sounds like a plan. Again, that sounds like a plan. It sounds natural, friendly, and confident. The 25th smart sentence is, I'm looking forward to it. This sentence means you are excited about something in the future. If someone says, see you tomorrow at the meeting, you can say, I'm looking forward to it. If your friend says, we'll have lunch together next week, you can say, I'm looking forward to it. Repeat after me. I'm looking forward to it. Again, I'm looking forward to it. The 26th smart sentence is, I'll let you know. This is one of the most useful daily English sentences. You can use it when you do not have the final answer yet, but you will tell the person later. For example, if someone asks, are you free this weekend? And you are not sure, you can say, I'll let you know. Repeat after me. I'll let you know. Again, I'll let you know. Now say, I'll check my schedule and let you know. The 27th smart sentence is, it depends on the situation. This sentence helps you give a flexible answer. Sometimes the answer is not simply yes or no. For example, if someone asks, is it better to study in the morning? You can say, it depends on the situation. Repeat after me. It depends on the situation. Again, it depends on the situation. This sentence makes your answer sound thoughtful. The 28th smart sentence is, I'm not in the mood right now. This sentence is useful when you do not feel like doing something. Maybe someone asks you to go out, talk, watch a movie, or join an activity, but you do not feel ready. You can say, I'm not in the mood right now. Repeat after me. I'm not in the mood right now. Again, I'm not in the mood right now. Say it gently so it does not sound rude. The 29th smart sentence is, let's take it step by step. This sentence is perfect when something feels difficult or confusing. For example, if you are learning English, starting a project, solving a problem, or helping someone, you can say, let's take it step by step. Repeat after me. Let's take it step by step. Again, let's take it step by step. This sentence sounds calm and encouraging. The 30th smart sentence is, there's no rush. This means there is no need to hurry. You can use it to make someone feel relaxed. For example, if your friend says, sorry, I'm taking too much time, you can say, there's no rush. Repeat after me. There's no rush. Again, there's no rush. Now practice it in a full sentence. There's no rush. Take your time. Now let's pause and practice these 10 sentences in daily situations. Imagine someone asks if you finished something. You say, I'm working on it. Imagine someone gives you a difficult task. You say, I'll do my best. Imagine someone gives you useful advice. You say, I'll keep that in mind. Imagine your friend suggests a good plan. You say, that sounds like a plan. Imagine someone invites you to something nice. You say, I'm looking forward to it. Good. Say these sentences again slowly. I'm working on it. I'll do my best. I'll keep that in mind. That sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to it. The 31st smart sentence is, I'm sorry for the confusion. This sentence is useful when something was not clear or when someone misunderstood the situation. For example, if you sent the wrong information or explained something badly, you can say, I'm sorry for the confusion. Repeat after me. I'm sorry for the confusion. Again, I'm sorry for the confusion. This sentence sounds polite and responsible. The 30-second smart sentence is, thanks for letting me know. This is a very natural sentence when someone gives you information. For example, if someone says, the meeting time has changed, you can say, thanks for letting me know. Repeat after me. Thanks for letting me know. Again, thanks for letting me know. This sounds better and warmer than just saying, okay. The 33rd smart sentence is, I'll take care of it. This means you will handle the task or problem. For example, if someone says, can you call the office? You can say, I'll take care of it. Repeat after me. I'll take care of it. Again, I'll take care of it. This sentence makes you sound confident and responsible. The 34th smart sentence is, that's not what I expected. You can use this when something surprises you. Maybe the result is different from what you thought. Maybe the price is higher. Maybe the situation changes. You can say, that's not what I expected. Repeat after me. That's not what I expected. Again, that's not what I expected. Now say, that's not what I expected, but we can still manage it. The 35th smart sentence is, I'm trying to figure it out. This sentence means you are trying to understand or solve something. For example, if your computer is not working, or you do not understand a problem, you can say, I'm trying to figure it out. Repeat after me. I'm trying to figure it out. Again, I'm trying to figure it out. This sentence is very common in real English. The 36th smart sentence is, I don't want to make things complicated. This sentence is useful when you want to keep something simple. For example, if people are discussing too many details, you can say, I don't want to make things complicated. Repeat after me. I don't want to make things complicated. Again, I don't want to make things complicated. This sentence helps you sound clear and practical. The 37th smart sentence is, let's not jump to conclusions. This means we should not decide too quickly without enough information. For example, if someone says he didn't reply, so he must be angry, you can say, let's not jump to conclusions. Repeat after me. Let's not jump to conclusions. Again, let's not jump to conclusions. This sentence sounds smart because it shows careful thinking. The 38th smart sentence is, I need a little more time. This sentence is useful when you are not ready yet. Instead of feeling nervous or staying silent, you can simply say, I need a little more time. Repeat after me. I need a little more time. Again, I need a little more time. Now say, I need a little more time to think about this. The 39th smart sentence is, that's exactly what I was thinking. This sentence is useful when someone says the same idea you had in your mind. For example, your friend says, maybe we should leave early, and you were thinking the same thing. You can say, that's exactly what I was thinking. Repeat after me. That's exactly what I was thinking. Again, that's exactly what I was thinking. The 40th smart sentence is, I couldn't agree more. This means you agree completely. It sounds stronger and more natural than just saying, I agree. For example, someone says daily practice is important for English speaking. You can say, I couldn't agree more. Repeat after me. I couldn't agree more. Again, I couldn't agree more. Now let's practice these sentences with small situations. Someone tells you about a schedule change. You say, thanks for letting me know. Someone asks you to solve a small problem. You say, I'll take care of it. Someone says something without enough information. You say, let's not jump to conclusions. Someone gives the same opinion as you. You say, that's exactly what I was thinking. Someone says something you strongly agree with. You say, I couldn't agree more. Repeat them again. Thanks for letting me know. I'll take care of it. Let's not jump to conclusions. That's exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't agree more. The 41st smart sentence is, I'm not comfortable with that. This sentence is important because it helps you set a boundary politely. If someone asks you to do something you do not want to do, you can say, I'm not comfortable with that. Repeat after me. I'm not comfortable with that. Again, I'm not comfortable with that. You do not need to be rude. You can be calm and clear. The 42nd smart sentence is, I'd rather not talk about it. This sentence is useful when you do not want to discuss a topic. For example, if someone asks a personal question and you do not want to answer, you can say, I'd rather not talk about it. Repeat after me. I'd rather not talk about it. Again, I'd rather not talk about it. This sentence is polite but firm. The 43rd smart sentence is, let's change the subject. You can use this when a conversation becomes uncomfortable, boring, or too negative. For example, if people are arguing, you can say, let's change the subject. Repeat after me. Let's change the subject. Again, let's change the subject. This sentence helps you guide the conversation in a better direction. The 44th smart sentence is, I didn't catch that. This means you did not hear or understand what someone said. Instead of saying only, what, you can say, I didn't catch that. Repeat after me. I didn't catch that. Again, I didn't catch that. Now say, sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again? The 45th smart sentence is, could you say that again? This is a polite sentence for asking someone to repeat. It is useful in phone calls, meetings, classes, and daily conversations. Repeat after me. Could you say that again? Again. Could you say that again? Now combine it with the last sentence. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again? Now let's finish this section with a simple speaking exercise. I will give you a situation, and you choose the best sentence. If someone asks you a personal question, and you do not want to answer, say, I'd rather not talk about it. If someone asks you to do something that feels wrong for you, say, I'm not comfortable with that. If you cannot hear someone clearly, say, I didn't catch that. If you need the person to repeat, say, could you say that again? Practice these sentences slowly because they are not only English sentences. They are also confidence sentences. They help you protect your comfort, speak clearly, and continue daily conversations without fear. Now let's continue with more smart sentences that can help you in daily English, especially when you want to speak politely, express feelings, make plans, or respond in a more natural way. As you listen, remember this important idea. You do not need to memorize everything in one day. You only need to repeat the sentences many times until they begin to feel familiar. A sentence that feels familiar is much easier to use when you are speaking with a real person. The 46th smart sentence is, I'm running a little late. This sentence is very useful when you cannot arrive on time. Instead of saying only, I am late, you can say, I'm running a little late. It sounds natural and polite. For example, if you are going to meet a friend and you need 10 more minutes, you can say, I'm running a little late. I'll be there soon. Repeat after me. I'm running a little late. Again, I'm running a little late. The 47th smart sentence is, I'll be there in a few minutes. This sentence is useful when you are close to a place. Maybe someone calls and asks, where are you? You can say, I'll be there in a few minutes. Repeat after me. I'll be there in a few minutes. Again, I'll be there in a few minutes. You can also say, don't worry. I'll be there in a few minutes. The 48th smart sentence is, something came up. This sentence means something unexpected happened. Maybe you had a plan, but suddenly you became busy. You can say, sorry, something came up. Repeat after me. Something came up. Again, something came up. Now, say it in a full sentence. I'm sorry, something came up, so I can't come today. The 49th smart sentence is, can we do it another time? This sentence is useful when you need to change a plan. It is polite and natural. For example, if you cannot meet today, you can say, can we do it another time? Repeat after me. Can we do it another time? Again, can we do it another time? This sentence helps you cancel or change plans without sounding too direct. The 50th smart sentence is, that works for me. This means that the time, plan, or idea is okay for you. For example, someone says, let's meet at 5. You can say, that works for me. Repeat after me. That works for me. Again, that works for me. This sentence is very common in daily conversations and work conversations. The 51st smart sentence is, that doesn't work for me. This is the opposite sentence. It means the plan is not okay for you. It is clear, but still polite. For example, if someone says, can we meet early in the morning? And you are busy, you can say, that doesn't work for me. Repeat after me. That doesn't work for me. Again, that doesn't work for me. Now say, that doesn't work for me. Can we choose another time? The 52nd smart sentence is, I'm okay with that. This means you accept something. For example, if your friend says, we can sit outside, and you do not have a problem with it, you can say, I'm okay with that. Repeat after me. I'm okay with that. Again, I'm okay with that. This sentence is simple, but it sounds natural in many daily situations. The 53rd smart sentence is, I'm not okay with that. This sentence helps you speak honestly when something does not feel right. You can use it when you do not agree with a decision or when something makes you uncomfortable. Repeat after me. I'm not okay with that. Again, I'm not okay with that. Now practice it politely. I'm sorry, but I'm not okay with that. The 54th smart sentence is, let's keep it simple. This sentence is very useful when people are making something too difficult. It can be used in planning, work, study, or daily decisions. For example, if your friends are making too many plans for one day, you can say, let's keep it simple. Repeat after me. Let's keep it simple. Again, let's keep it simple. The 55th smart sentence is, we can make it work. This sentence is positive and flexible. It means even if the situation is not perfect, you can still find a way. For example, if a plan is a little difficult but possible, you can say, we can make it work. Repeat after me. We can make it work. Again, we can make it work. This sentence gives confidence to the conversation. Now let's practice these planning sentences together. Imagine you are late. You say, I'm running a little late. Imagine you are close to the meeting place. You say, I'll be there in a few minutes. Imagine an unexpected problem happens. You say, something came up. Imagine the time is good for you. You say, that works for me. Imagine the time is not good for you. You say, that doesn't work for me. Good. Sentences can help you manage daily plans in a natural way. The 56 smart sentences. I'm feeling a bit tired today. This sentence helps you talk about your condition honestly. Instead of saying only, I am tired, you can say, I'm feeling a bit tired today. Repeat after me. I'm feeling a bit tired today. Again, I'm feeling a bit tired today. It sounds soft and natural. The 57th smart sentence is, I just need a short break. This sentence is useful when you feel tired, stressed, or busy. For example, if you are studying or working for a long time, you can say, I just need a short break. Repeat after me. I just need a short break. Again, I just need a short break. The 58 smart sentences. I've had a long day. This means your day has been tiring or busy. If someone asks, why do you look tired? You can say, I've had a long day. Repeat after me. I've had a long day. Again, I've had a long day. This sentence is common in real daily English. The 59th smart sentence is, I'm trying to stay positive. This sentence is useful when life is difficult, but you are choosing a good attitude. For example, if something did not go well, you can say, I'm trying to stay positive. Repeat after me. I'm trying to stay positive. Again, I'm trying to stay positive. This sentence sounds honest and strong. The 60th smart sentence is, I'm proud of myself for trying. This is a beautiful sentence for learners. You can use it when you are not perfect, but you are making effort. Repeat after me. I'm proud of myself for trying. Again, I'm proud of myself for trying. My friend, this sentence is important because English improvement is not only about speaking perfectly, it is also about respecting your effort. The 61st smart sentence is, I'm getting better little by little. This sentence is perfect for English learners. Maybe you are not fluent yet, but you are improving slowly. You can say, I'm getting better little by little. Repeat after me. I'm getting better little by little. Again, I'm getting better little by little. Say it with confidence because slow progress is still progress. The 60-second smart sentence is, I need to be more patient with myself. Many learners become frustrated too quickly. They think, why am I not fluent yet? But learning takes time. So you can remind yourself, I need to be more patient with myself. Repeat after me. I need to be more patient with myself. Again, I need to be more patient with myself. The 63rd smart sentence is, I made a mistake, but I learned from it. This sentence is useful in English learning and in life. Mistakes are not the end. Mistakes are part of training. Repeat after me. I made a mistake, but I learned from it. Again, I made a mistake, but I learned from it. This sentence helps you speak about problems in a positive way. The 64th smart sentence is, I'm not giving up. This sentence is short, strong, and motivating. When something feels hard, you can say, I'm not giving up. Repeat after me. I'm not giving up. Again, I'm not giving up. If English feels difficult, say this sentence to yourself. I'm not giving up. The 65th smart sentence is, I can handle this. This sentence gives you confidence. You can use it before a difficult conversation, before a test, before a meeting, or before speaking English with someone. Repeat after me. I can handle this. Again, I can handle this. Now say it stronger. I can handle this. I just need to stay calm. Now let's practice these feeling and confident sentences. Repeat slowly. I'm feeling a bit tired today. I just need a short break. I've had a long day. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm proud of myself for trying. I'm getting better little by little. I need to be more patient with myself. I made a mistake, but I learned from it. I'm not giving up. I can handle this. Good. These sentences are powerful because they help you express your inner feelings in English. When you can talk about your feelings, your English becomes more personal and more real. The 66th sentence is, can I ask you something? This is a polite way to start a question. Instead of asking suddenly, you can begin with, can I ask you something? Repeat after me. Can I ask you something? Again, can I ask you something? The 67th smart sentence is, do you have a minute? This sentence is useful when you want to speak to someone, but you want to respect their time. Repeat after me. Do you have a minute? Again, do you have a minute? You can say, do you have a minute? I need to ask you something. The 68th smart sentence is, I don't want to bother you. This sentence sounds polite when you need help, but do not want to disturb someone. Repeat after me. I don't want to bother you. Again, I don't want to bother you. Now say, I don't want to bother you, but I have a quick question. The 69th smart sentence is, could you help me with this? This is a polite and useful sentence for asking for help. Repeat after me. Could you help me with this? Again, could you help me with this? You can use it at home, at work, in a store, or while studying. The 70th smart sentence is, I'd be happy to help. This is a kind sentence when someone asks you for help. Instead of saying only, yes, you can say, I'd be happy to help. Repeat after me. I'd be happy to help. Again, I'd be happy to help. The 71st smart sentence is, let me know if you need anything. This sentence is warm and helpful. You can say it to a friend, a guest, a coworker, or someone who needs support. Repeat after me. Let me know if you need anything. Again, let me know if you need anything. The 72nd smart sentence is, no worries at all. This sentence is friendly and relaxed. If someone says, sorry I'm late, you can say, no worries at all. Repeat after me. No worries at all. Again, no worries at all. The 73rd smart sentence is, it's not a big deal. This means something is not a serious problem. If someone apologizes for a small mistake, you can say, it's not a big deal. Repeat after me. It's not a big deal. Again, it's not a big deal. The 74th smart sentence is, I really appreciate it. This sentence is useful when someone does something kind for you. Repeat after me. I really appreciate it. Again, I really appreciate it. Now say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The 75th smart sentence is, you've been very helpful. This sentence is polite and warm. You can use it after someone explains something, supports you, or helps you solve a problem. Repeat after me. You've been very helpful. Again, you've been very helpful. Now let's practice the last group together. Can I ask you something? Do you have a minute? I don't want to bother you. Could you help me with this? I'd be happy to help. Let me know if you need anything. No worries at all. It's not a big deal. I really appreciate it. You've been very helpful. Excellent. These sentences help you sound polite, friendly, and confident in daily English. And that is exactly what smart communication is about. Now let's continue with the next smart sentences for daily use in English. These sentences will help you sound more natural when you talk about decisions, problems, requests, apologies, daily plans, and real conversations. Keep repeating them slowly. Do not rush. The goal is not to finish quickly. The goal is to train your mouth to feel comfortable with useful English. The 76th smart sentence is, I'll think about it and let you know. This sentence is very useful when you need time before making a decision. Maybe someone invites you somewhere, asks you to join a plan, or gives you an offer. You do not need to answer immediately. You can say, I'll think about it and let you know. Repeat after me. I'll think about it and let you know. I'll think about it and let you know. The 77th smart sentence is, I'm still deciding. This sentence is useful when you have not made a choice yet. For example, if someone asks, are you going to buy it? You can say, I'm still deciding. Repeat after me. I'm still deciding. Again, I'm still deciding. Now say it in a full answer. I'm still deciding, but I'll make a choice soon. The 78th smart sentence is, I changed my mind. This is a very common daily sentence. It means you had one decision before, but now your decision is different. For example, you can say, I changed my mind. I don't want coffee. I'll have tea instead. Repeat after me. I changed my mind. Again, I changed my mind. The 79th smart sentence is, I'm not ready yet. This sentence is useful when you need more time before doing something. You can use it before speaking, leaving, deciding, or starting a task. Repeat after me. I'm not ready yet. Again, I'm not ready yet. Now say, I'm not ready yet. Give me a few more minutes. The 80th smart sentence is, I'm ready whenever you are. This sentence is friendly and natural. It means you are ready and you are waiting for the other person. For example, before leaving the house, you can say, I'm ready whenever you are. Repeat after me. I'm ready whenever you are. Again, I'm ready whenever you are. The 81st smart sentence is, let's give it a try. This sentence is useful when you want to try something, even if you are not completely sure. For example, if someone suggests a new method for learning English, you can say, let's give it a try. Repeat after me. Let's give it a try. Again, let's give it a try. This sentence sounds positive and open. The 82nd smart sentence is, it's worth a try. This sentence means something may work, so it is good to try it. Maybe you are not sure about the result, but trying is still useful. Repeat after me. It's worth a try. Again, it's worth a try. Now say, I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. The 83rd smart sentence is, we'll see how it goes. This sentence is useful when you do not know what will happen yet. For example, if you start a new routine, a new job, or a new practice method, you can say, we'll see how it goes. Repeat after me. We'll see how it goes. Again, we'll see how it goes. The 84th smart sentence is, I'll deal with it later. This means you will handle something at another time. For example, if there is a small problem, but you are busy right now, you can say, I'll deal with it later. Repeat after me. I'll deal with it later. Again, I'll deal with it later. Use this sentence when something is not urgent. The 85th smart sentence is, I need to sort this out. This sentence means you need to fix, organize, or solve something. For example, if your schedule is confusing, you can say, I need to sort this out. Repeat after me. I need to sort this out. Again, I need to sort this out. This sounds very natural in daily English. Now let's practice these decision and problem sentences together. Repeat slowly. I'll think about it and let you know. I'm still deciding. I changed my mind. I'm not ready yet. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's give it a try. It's worth a try. We'll see how it goes. I'll deal with it later. I need to sort this out. Good. These sentences help you speak when life is not perfect, when plans change, and when you need to respond naturally. The 86th smart sentence is, I'm sorry to hear that. This sentence is useful when someone tells you bad news. For example, if someone says, I lost my job, or I'm not feeling well, you can say, I'm sorry to hear that. Repeat after me. I'm sorry to hear that. Again, I'm sorry to hear that. This sentence shows kindness and care. The 87th smart sentence is, that must be difficult. This sentence is useful when someone is going through a hard time. It shows that you understand their feelings. For example, if your friend says, I have been very stressed recently, you can say, that must be difficult. Repeat after me. That must be difficult. Again, that must be difficult. The 88th smart sentence is, I hope everything works out. This sentence means, hope the situation becomes better. You can use it when someone has a problem, a plan, an interview, an exam, or a difficult decision. Repeat after me. I hope everything works out. Again, I hope everything works out. The 89th smart sentence is, I'm here if you need me. This is a warm and supportive sentence. You can say it to a friend, family member, or anyone who may need help. Repeat after me. I'm here if you need me. Again, I'm here if you need me. This sentence sounds kind and natural. The 90th smart sentence is, take your time. This sentence is useful when you want someone to feel relaxed. If someone is thinking, choosing, writing, or explaining slowly, you can say, take your time. Repeat after me. Take your time. Again, take your time. It is short, but it can make the other person feel comfortable. The 91st smart sentence is, don't worry about it. This sentence is useful when someone is sorry about a small problem. For example, if someone says, sorry, I forgot to reply, you can say, don't worry about it. Repeat after me. Don't worry about it. Again, don't worry about it. Say it kindly, not carelessly. The 92nd smart sentence is, it happens. This is a very natural sentence when something goes wrong, but it is not a big problem. For example, if someone makes a small mistake, you can say, it happens. Repeat after me. It happens. Again, it happens. Now say, it happens. Don't be too hard on yourself. The 93rd smart sentence is, don't be too hard on yourself. This sentence is very useful for encouraging someone. Many people feel bad after a mistake, but this sentence helps them feel better. Repeat after me. Don't be too hard on yourself. Again, don't be too hard on yourself. You can also say this to yourself when you make a mistake in English. The 94th smart sentence is, you did the right thing. This sentence is useful when someone made a good decision, especially in a difficult situation. Repeat after me. You did the right thing. Again, you did the right thing. Now say, I know it was not easy, but you did the right thing. The 95th smart sentence is, I'm happy for you. This sentence is useful when someone shares good news. Maybe they got a new job, passed an exam, bought something nice, or reached a goal. You can say, I'm happy for you. Repeat after me. I'm happy for you. Again, I'm happy for you. Now let's practice these support sentences. Someone tells you bad news. You say, I'm sorry to hear that. Someone is having a hard time. You say, that must be difficult. Someone is worried about the future. You say, I hope everything works out. Someone needs support. You say, I'm here if you need me. Someone makes a small mistake. You say, it happens. These sentences make your English warmer because they help you respond to people's feelings, not only their words. The 96th smart sentence is, let's stay in touch. This sentence is useful when you want to continue contact with someone. Maybe you meet a new friend, finish a conversation, or say goodbye after a meeting. You can say, let's stay in touch. Repeat after me. Let's stay in touch. Again, let's stay in touch. The 97th smart sentence is, it was nice talking to you. This sentence is very common at the end of a conversation. It sounds polite and friendly. Repeat after me. It was nice talking to you. Again, it was nice talking to you. You can use it after a phone call, an online chat, or a face-to-face conversation. The 98th smart sentence is, I'll see you around. This is a casual sentence you can use when you expect to see someone again, but you do not know exactly when. Repeat after me. I'll see you around. Again, I'll see you around. It sounds friendly and relaxed. The 99th smart sentence is, have a good one. This is a casual and natural way to say goodbye. It means, have a good day or have a good time. Repeat after me. Have a good one. Again, have a good one. You can use it with friends, coworkers, or people you speak to in daily life. The 100th smart sentence is, I'll talk to you soon. This sentence is useful when ending a conversation and showing that you will speak again later. Repeat after me. I'll talk to you soon. Again, I'll talk to you soon. Now say it in a natural way. It was nice talking to you. I'll talk to you soon. Now let's review the final 5 conversation-ending sentences together. Let's stay in touch. It was nice talking to you. I'll see you around. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Good. These sentences help you conversation naturally, and finishing well is also part of speaking well. Many learners focus only on starting a conversation, but a natural ending is just as important. Now let's do one final practice with many sentences from today. If someone explains something clearly, say, "That makes sense." If you need time, say, "Let me think about it." If you want help, say, "Could you help me with this?" If you are late, say, "I'm running a little late." If someone gives you information, say, "Thanks for letting me know." If you do not hear something, say, "I didn't catch that." If someone is worried, say, "I understand your concern." If you want to encourage yourself, say, "I'm getting better little by little." If someone shares good news, say, "I'm happy for you." If you finish a conversation, say, "It was nice talking to you." These 100 smart sentences are like small tools in your English toolbox. You do not need to use all of them today. Choose 5. Repeat them many times. Use them in small daily moments. Then choose 5 more tomorrow. Slowly, your English will become more automatic because your brain will not need to build every sentence from zero. You will already have useful sentences ready. And when useful sentences are ready in your mouth, speaking becomes calmer, faster, and more natural. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, my friend. I'm really proud of you for staying until the end and training these smart daily English sentences with your mouth, your mind, and your confidence. Remember, you do not need to use all 100 sentences immediately. Start small. Choose 5 sentences that feel useful for your real life. Repeat them today. Use them in your own examples. Say them while walking, while getting ready, or while sitting quietly for a few minutes. Then tomorrow, choose 5 more. This simple habit can slowly make your English sound more natural, more confident, and more automatic. And please remember this. Smart English does not mean difficult English. Smart English means knowing what to say in the right moment. When you can say, "That makes sense. Let me think about it. I really appreciate it. I'm proud of myself for trying," or "It was nice talking to you," your conversations become smoother and more human. So keep practicing, keep speaking, and do not be afraid of small mistakes. Every sentence you repeat is helping you build your English voice. If this lesson helped you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and come back again for more daily English speaking practice. Keep going, my friend. You are getting better little by little, and I'll talk to you soon.